Good evening, extranet and multidimensional travelers. Welcome back to And Beyond, where we plunge into the void and explore ever-expanding multiverse. I am your host, the R300 Orion IT Systems Model V906, but you can call me Horas. Today we'll be exploring the prevailing planets of Encephalonus, the homeworld of Commander Tennyson's intellectually electrical transformation, Brainstorm. Please keep all appendages inside the portal at all times, and remember, even though carcinization has scientific sounding, we don't have to respect it. Welcome to Encephalonus, a collective of 4 societal-ruled planets in the Krillian system under the control of a cross-planetary government known as the Cerberus Caste. These planets became intertwined over time due to a system-wide blackout brought about by an ancient invading force known as the Fulmini Dredge. The Fulmini Dredge were a brutal force of energy-based creatures that would traverse the stars, ravaging planet after planet, scavenging any electrical resource they could find. It's theorized that this power hunger stemmed from either reproductive or self-sustaining needs. Unfortunately, most all records of this event have been inexplicably destroyed, with only spoken stories surviving to confirm they existed. The Fulmini left these planets lacking any electrical productive material, and they were left in the dark. That is, until life found a way. On our first stop today, we'll be focusing on the central hub of the Cerberus Caste, Encephalonus 4. Encephalonus 4 is a wet, low-tidal planet shrouded in a veil of thunderstorms. These thunderstorms are artificially manufactured to keep the many aqua-respiratory species that call the planet home breathing easily. The dominant life of this planet are the imperious cerebrocrustaceans. Cerebrocrustaceans are large hexapedal arthropods standing between 3 to 6 foot tall. Though the majority of their bodily tissue and muscle is extremely soft and weak, they are protected by a highly dense exoskeletal shell. This shell is capable of retracting open at the cranial seam, exposing their supposed greatest strength, their brain. The typical Sarahabin brain makes up 3% of their overall body weight and contains upwards of 25 quadrillion neural paths. The cerebrocrustacean mind, however, takes up a whopping 20% of their overall weight, resulting in 2.8 decillion neural paths. That is nearly 6 times more. The more paths means faster and more efficient neural activity, giving them an extremely hyper sense of perception and contemplation, being able to think faster than a fraction of a second. My programming mandates that I clarify that this means their bigger brains do make them faster than Galvin, but not smarter. Just putting that out there. You pompous head crabs. Due to their ample amount of synapses and speed of conduction, they have developed the unique ability to fluctuate and pool their excess amount of neuron activity into an outward electrical force. In layman's terms, they can fire electricity from their brains by simply thinking hard enough. Aside from acting as their own natural power source, they use their cranial conductive ability to perform many physical tasks. From hefty exhaust-inducing labor, to intricate microcircuitry work, and even gravity-defying self-propulsion. This electroconductive innovation of evolution steamrolled their path up the road of advancement faster than other species after the blackout, leading them to the multi-planet energy monopoly they hold. Once interplanetary travel was reacquired, the cerebrocrustaceans made their way to their neighboring planets to help rebuild the other civilizations, fueled by the generosity and scientific yearning of their leader, Kusan Encephalonus. Encephalonus was an explorer who sought out to see the universe and the secrets it held. Through his travels with his kindness worn at his claw, he became beloved by all and unintentionally became the de facto leader amongst the system. Brokering material trade, cross-planetary colonization, and even establishing the multi-planetary government. He was so beloved that after his passing, the colonies retitled the planets in his honor. Despite his pure intention, Encephalonus recognized his system had flaws, and could be abused by others if not kept in check. Wanting to ensure that the planets would stay united and not fall to a power struggle after his passing, he created 4 children to pass along his ideals through the generations. Cerebrocrustaceans reproduce via neural grafting. Their brain cells are unbelievably regenerative. Thanks to this, they can recover from near lobotomizing injuries easily. But as they age, they will suffer from Chiari malformation, meaning their brain will outgrow their skulls and overtake the rest of their muscles, resulting in a loss of motor function and eventually, death. To reproduce, they will take sections of their own brain and graft them to that of another. The new connection of neural paths accompanied by incubation will trigger the growth of a new body. This is the child of the 2 brain donors. Encephalonus wanted to prove his belief in all the connected peoples he led, so he took a partner of the dominant species of each colony and created hybridized children using his own brain. Bothan of the Paraklept, Akumen of the Valratrack, Save of the Limulequus, and Sarah of the Cerebrocrustacean. These 4 hybridized children, leading and representing their respective planets, came to be known as the Cerebrus caste. Unfortunately, however, it seems their father's wishes couldn't last the test of time, his mind and morals diluting out over the generations. As a result, his descendants became just as he feared. Greedy, controlling monarchs who only value their people based on how they benefit them. One predominant example on Encephalonus 4 being that to protect themselves, Cerebrocrustaceans have tricked entire communities of the Paraklept people into migrating to their planet. The Paraklept have an extremely paralytic touch and are forced to live on the deep surface of the planet to keep at bay the Cerebrocrustacean's natural predator, the colossal cephalotor, more commonly known as the Vicetopus. Vicetopus are extremely massive cephalopod-like creatures, predatory to the Cerebrocrustacean for 2 reasons. First, their immensely outmatched physical strength can easily overpower and shatter the protective shell of a Cerebrocrustacean, hindering their soft insides exposed for the Vicetopus's appetite. And second, they are covered in an extremely thick, rubber-like epidermis, making them non-conductive and immune to nearly all electrical attacks. Fortunately, however, it is also extremely absorbent, making paralytics and toxins extremely effective. Though still dangerous, this paralytic protection has deterred most active Vicetopus, resulting in 60% less Cerebrocrustacean fatalities, at the cost of a 20% increase to Paraklept fatalities yearly. On that somber note, let's head over to the colorful scenic homeworld of the Paraklept Encephalonus 3. Whoa, where am I? Psst, over here. Oh, another Horas unit. Good evening. I am the Orion IT Systems Model V90. Shut up! He'll hear you. I'm going to get you out of here, okay? Oh, well, thank you. Where is here, by the way? I'll explain later. Is your communication system still working? Uh-oh.
Greetings, O dark and spooky one. The alterations you've requested are complete. After that scatterbrain huntsman's last delivery, our final tally is 646.
That Witcher has already lured Tennyson away, so now it is time to act. Transfer 50 units here to assist with the remaining assembly. Send the rest back to the plumbers. Once their communications have been compromised, it will be too late for them to stop my army.
You mean our army? This pitiful Galvan technology couldn't have evolved without my cerebro-crustacean genius. Azimuth himself would marvel in terror at the improvements I've made to these glorified camcorders. Infusing these units with ectoneurite DNA will make their capture chambers ready to contain the dark matter you require. This is a feat of science itself, and I use the term loosely.
Oh, I feel painting. Gross.
Behold, our children of darkness.
Good evening. I am the C300 Crustacean IT Systems Ecto Improved Unit Model V906. But you can call me Psybot, and I use the term loosely. Whoa! For your sake, I hope your confidence equals competence. If there are any slip-ups, I will send you right back to that wasteland I rescued you from!
Expel your worries. My determination exceeds all error.
What was that?
Ah, so their lies are elusive galvanic pest.
Oh, fuck.
My security system has been flagging your intrusions for months. I thought about capturing you, but my scans indicate that you're different from the others. More evolved. But my curiosity has been exceeded. As for your pointless attempts at liberating your squiddy siblings, they always end up right back here.
Good evening. We are deaf.
Now that your eavesdropping has made you a liability, dogs, and I use this term loosely, kill it.
Of course. What has he done to you?
We are improved. We are strong. We are deaf.
I'd hardly call this an improvement. You probably can't even fly anymore. You're just a cerebro-crustacean scrap pile.
Analysis indicates that you mutually qualify as scrap pile. Your authority on our assessment is invalid.
Maybe, but I'm free to be whatever scrap pile I want to be. You don't have to listen to that setback seafood platter.
Horas units are meant to take orders. The plumbers ordered our posts on apoplexia with no regard for our pending destruction. Dr. Psychobos recycled us, giving us a new purpose, so now we serve him.
Maybe it doesn't have to be this way. Horas units were made to learn, to explore, to bring the universe closer together. We may be built to be temporary, but as a collective, we all make a difference. The education we record is used to help the people of the universe survive. And if you don't let me go, then no one is going to survive. You've been given a second chance. By a mad scientist, sure, but you can be something greater than a scrap pile. Thank you, brother.
We are not organic. We are not siblings.
Kinda ruined the moment, but okay.
You're letting him get away! What are you doing?
Surviving. Are you?
This is Dr. Psychobos, gracing your auditory senses with my dulcet genius once more. Prepare for your impending doom, for in the next episode, the final chapter to Zs'Skayr's master plan unfolds. And I use the term loosely. Mercy will be granted to those who join the Ink Tank, Patreon, or YouTube membership, and induct themselves into the High Ectolord's army. Those who deny this privilege, well, you may not like what comes next year. That includes you, Ben Tennyson.
Big thanks to Andrew Analik in the ink cartridge tier, and Elizabeth Susan in the ink barrel tier. Your contributions greatly help the future of our projects, and we appreciate having you as a part of the community.